bond holder bi e kan say me bond amacho amako bank aban to onye sika mame Ghana sika sem ni jare na so afisu ya pomode nhihye na ekoyie wo ye sika sem to ho a ya pomode nhihye sem mabunu benye adwuma ye ntutuye nyina gu akwam afi Ghana ya bambo na mra ye adwuma wo Ghana for da ni ye da enye ne udi boni a emra twa so sabi na untumi nkum Ghana ni mfa wo hunni enne de don ye na ya wiwi sei idramanfo so ane aka ya no enti endura president Mahama so ma ye kofa forms ema ne se wo samba biomu a ye hwe ni mu se oba no ne ebu nkompo akohwe echi bebia na ode ye gina se o man ansana wadane ya ma kokuado ofri chebi ene bebi ode aba bedru ayato abese no a pensioners ekoye picketing ye ma me mu omuntumi nante mehu abrewa bi a ne nkokrafo be mote hwiche mu efri odesai jowulu no mo pia hwiche na free jowulu abese Ministry of Finance omusi ma homache 330 na mro afo nkokra te hwiche mu epia Ministry for Finance akopekete kasabe akokra ne abrewa de kasabe ko da odwodwo no ho but etimodin yamamuo ya mambu boni ya kenofori atade anim waye no hu kuse kokono na nso wi adwe kasanya aso mfa obada na nso hwe boni e koba ina eni ma twe ho asan ma twe wa fa ma bebere no kasa na tse me una woka so una wote don for obada please me nko enim we are dealing with time una nim say time na kan asem na okay see jada interjections no na wonnim say what the time na ye na bi wa no ka tu bi papa say wo kasanya say don for obada no o for obada na kasa ide wo yele teacher wo school on no o ka for obada na ma kasa na ide wo yele teacher wo school man ko school ni bi mpoda fine una ko obie akọ ye literature ya kire wo say di pania tem ka kire de say wo kasa say don for obada wo afa ma du ho ha no ide na ade aye ye free bi say similes simile as and like it is not the same as say nya de kronwa enti ye kasakwa ye kansem de kan it can ye can see asem so de kansem enti the non President Mahama is the surest bet to redeem this country. God knows why. No enkoponi me wo mampine kufadu akumam no top President Mahama 4 years kojina nchen na makwa mra ondo ba be se de waye ni nyina ene de edikanfo ye nyina no betim obedwini nyina agu ba wo de 3 days be say that is why President Mahama
catchy no sheda mistake any da ho
enu nti
ofrema mpani dada president no ofrema mpani kufuado akwa we mra eni da ho enye se mistake
me twini
ene de onye twini onyame hu mobo se ne de onye twini
na bi nka wo da se
no, but Amaliba the Okano, I mean, the two assume they don't need the man penny.
Oh, Mati, no, man penny. Just eka akwa, say eka akwa nye kasabone meboa. Huh?
See, Professor Alabia or can be say, more win the next election. The NPP will never come back to power again.
Obviously.
Obviously,
yes, asama wakano.
But is that possible?
Asama wakano. NPP co-opposition for 30 years. Thankfully, one Pine Kufuado are prepare or more power for a long term in opposition. In fact, I hear you in a bewu akonomo yamai. Me 100 years. Me 100 years. Me okru mamitim. Ento NPP fra kunwa so a omo yamai. Why? You see, enye me wonwa. Sir, onumyan for lankojo kire matin. Okodu bebi ye pem no wo so mampene Kufuado adwuma waye na oba beto aso ti asem ni you adwuma mampene Kufuado aye na oba beto aso eye bia ayewa so wo go na oba beto aso ana yin si ayewa aso ye bokobrani ne man no mpei na wo sugu fom
happy 98
ene oba beto aso Yekoto about 2020. What the soldier for a Gugana miapi. Yes, see Ghana for Makwan say, Mayanko train and dimpo, Miatuaba. They prevented Ghanaians from coming out to vote. Meanwhile, almost they are Democrats. They believe in democracy. They believe in rule of law. Is that rule of law? What does Article 42 of the Constitution says about voting and the right to vote? Which is unfettered right, inalienable right. But the government did that. Did Honorable Alan Kojo Martin condemn the Omampine Kufado? Not by the air, because he benefited it. Also, Obama really? You bought Ghana for 20, or say 8 Nipa 8 to a Kuomo during 2020 elections. And about also. What about the bond exchange? What about domestic debent family arrangement program? What about the impoverishment of Ghanaians? And about also. What about private sector? Look, they don't. Ambassador Edward, His Excellency, Ambassador Edward, that's the name, right?
Edward Boateng.
Edward Boateng. Openike Semichiao. Busano. Happy FM
98.9.
And I believe Happy FM not the only company or others.
Yeah.
Ask him.
YFM.
Fine.
ET,
Ask him what it takes and how it takes to form a company. That's what we need. You nurture it like a baby. Right? So what company? You are the first person to report to the office. You are the last person to leave the office. Now, experienced entrepreneurs can say, "Uti Jumana within 5 years, not Jumana Ngua Ngubium." That means a constant financial and logistical attention, including prayers and everything. 5 years. You don't. And yet the Kuma. No one pine kufado by a son say, Omo Sika, say, Sebu, a chimfo Sika be a company, Omo the top bonds, and the shares. Into company Guna Yanea.
All right.
Well,
That's it.
no gun for Juma. I don't know, like Martin said, or Baba Trasso. I forgot you now, who's was a man born near Kufado Bunti Crampo, and Nanya message. You see the surest bet.
Do you think, say,
and now, sir, Alaji Mahamadu Baumia, yet the warrant, Airpen, the Krum, Hinwa Chenwa, or also told you my entering kind. Now, Alaji Mahamadu Baumia to you solving the Krum Hini problem as a vice president. Now, call to a ma warrant to say, Yanko Krum Hini. Now, post the phone soldier for the helicopter. I could see Krumo. Can you mabu? And a ball him by a channel. Or he to the handcuff goons up or him influence at me. What in Inca? Why that? So if he cannot, if he's not, you see, if the man is not bold enough to speak to issues that affect on one in here, how can he govern Ghana? So NPP Prime Minister, Baumia have scored an own goal because of the crisis in his hometown. Was scored own goal by writing his name off from the list. So MPP delegate, advise yourself. Because, let's even take it on the face value. The unlikely event of Alhaji Mahamadu Baumia becoming MPP flag bearer and subsequently impossibly becoming the president of Ghana. Say no run Ghana. Now, Boduma Gunse Nimpo na Prutigu Kumo Kodui Nebe Subrebra. You bet me Kuma.
Don't do boo bay as one teach you know.
Minty.
Do boo bay. What was one teach you?
No, give it my Kuma.
all right, so Asema I want to say, so Dr. Dufour Kofa the forms and the Ashanti Regional Women's Organizer of the NDC, Gloria, and the D Dominim Kofa forms in Dr. Dufour's name. Yane Abua Tinja and the Dihun Komo or say and say because if regional chairman, constituency chairman, it's me. Sponsor JM Betena. There's nothing wrong with her, the regional women's organizer leading that charge for Dr. Dufour. What problem with that?
They don't say any boy I call him for. Could trim. Couldn't hear him for Neko.
Ninchi.
Fine. I fear Bruno Docono, Susuni.
Debbie.
Tade Crona. Banchaka Crony Fufu. Omuna he free for the buy. So what is wrong with that?
No, but with executives showing faces, no,
Allow them.
Chabas na mosquito so as well the JM never.
You see, T.
Would it all go well for the party?
They don't T. Yawaha. And I see them Kitia unity so be contest national chairman. You must understand NDC.
What happened?
Assembly is
8.9.
Yeah, Mudia. Assembly is here. Yeah, Mudia. There was nothing. But then before Namchain, no one to Sonny Munchene. John Bodua, you got to about Pamo no Mantinenka. The first time I heard about John Bodu publicly was about why I didn't Kitia contest no fusion perform. If I home. Yan from 1 year, you, 10 years. Once I jump on Trudu, when Yano home, and ya digest time to a cocoa bonocum on Namquayas, Opedeo. Yet 10 years, also can be. You don't. You got to Abba. I shouldn't get here watch him for some from Kunsa. Or retire what if you are draining home. Shouldn't get here Tadaraka. A seminary party anymore. What is said to NDC baby because of a student get here so be a national chairman intra.
Was it now no MPC? In minority leadership.
No, I am not talking about minority change. I am talking about issues one after the other. If there is a need for me to bring that, I will do that.
No.
Oh, but I change one after the other.
Okay.
Actually, ya kotu ya bawie, ye mpeni mfo ye kwenim. And it is a Gloria who's the feel say presidential aspirant Ebano. Wano or ye more inclined towards Dufo than Mahama. Fine. At the end of the day, whoever wins, the party unite and we move on. The ultimate is the election 2024 elections. No.
Good.
But and yet, who become the flag bearer? And it is a public knowledge. Akwala o shele mama yem pokura ni nim say, wo mo nam chenchen na no, e fifi ho John Dramani Mahama. Mahama will win over 95% of the popular vote that will be cast in 13th of May.
Sir?
Thankfully, about 5 days after my birthday.
Sir?
You are here, you see it. Asante region. Asante region. The dog. Oh, how you see it.
Unim Gloria who's there?
Asante region. How many regions do we have? Why then?
Sir.
John Dramani Mahama no didn't be agro.
Unim Yabua Chinjan.
Is that a threat?
My goodness.
Unim Solomon and Kansan.
My friend. Among the contest elections, what happened?
The Lakwashi money.
You see what they did. See what they did.
Shall they do 4 squad in
Massa. No, they don't.
Phrase Bafu money.
They don't. Don't frighten yourself. Don't frighten yourself. Let me tell you. You are
writing them off.
Let me tell you.
They are no threats to
Let me tell you something. We saw the force for Mashali against Ofusan Pofo. Mosquito. Huh? Look, the NDC, some people mounted a vicious campaign that I have never seen before in my political life. At the end of the day, we need the delegate Kasaye or the same a Sports Stadium. See the vote margin of Sidon Kitia. And you know they don't. Now, NDC, we are looking for power, not a flag bearer. And if it is flag bearer, everybody qualifies. But if it is power, Mahama is the way to go. The truth and the political the truth and the political light. No one goes to the Father. No one can save Ghana except through him.
We discuss NDC kakra. We'll talk about Richard and Hiagba press conference and so we'll talk about it proper. But Nanake, Moso NDC, and what goes on within their contest, you know. Yeah, that's it.
Share omo people sir. Just that a democratic nation and a year building. And it's a political party be put things together to come and contest an election. Every political party or what interest in the election, you look at what the opponent is doing. Now, so they are prepared. one defense also wants so yeah, and the way to attack. Now the American say NDC pekura mumfado for ne jo Muhammad nyina nka mum. No mufa ji mensa nka ho. No munko fa e friend say na no puku agiman emeka ho. Mumfa Charlotte say nka ho Amadu Siri mu nyina nka ho no mu nyina ati emra e friend say ballot paper ne so. We are not afraid of them. Not at all, not at all. Just that semeka omonsem ni bi kakra. I feel say there should be a fair contest. From where it's now be so many other questions be brave. Now sabi yeso ni friend is so beto eboaboa. Ebi ana nesi bibi so. Enti minim baby wugina ana de nesi so ntia am all right other candidates off just like that no. But in election and in contest no, I would advise him say as a young politician no, I thought that you need to stay neutral. You know where you wish to be. Let's assume, say, the way I'm not talking about Amaliba per se. I've seen most of the young politicians, through huge support. Let's assume, say, Mampenida Rajon Mahama saying we need contest, we win the election. Yeah. He has only 4 years. After 4 years, he be a do for year more titany. And what grooming you want to be take you over, or whoever you bring on board. No? Don't forget, say, a maybe a chama may be a sembi and they walker afa obi ho. Obi nso open asem ye potential leader. Wachana na saadi nti nipa nso develop hatred amount for good. Nipa akodi na chin we na dwuma okọ. Ontimi mabiem. Why are careful now they end their political career? Some of us we have experienced it. I'm speaking from experience. And so who said this time around, say nipa ye careful, ye comment be a ye makey, ye nyabotre, june who beam and sani and makey. When it comes to political primaries, political party primaries, my brother, that is the time I do not end your political career.
How?
Who candidate and you are off for good.
Why should it be so?
And that is the bad precedent that you set it will krumha or my and your NPP nko NDC mu other politics because it be omonenye that strong unti any NT omuka. But if you are looking at NDC NPP, baby Kwakwanyi do is struggling in NDC because Professor Mills is no more there. I know Koku very well. I know Ejuma Kwakwanyi do Wayama NDC. What must I say? And NDC for to national tenokra on count. But in the Professor Moses era, Kwaku was one of the most powerful personality in the NDC, which my brother cannot dispute that fact. And you know our own brother Solomon Kansa, some years back, Solo was the NDC propaganda officer of the NDC. And we know the job Solo did. And they face Nasasa. Omo candidates omu yi omo nim support omo ni ho biem. A shift Yakob before for Sami Jamfimu na rainy season because the former president John Mahama is still there. Se upo se umpo. The company is strong. So I keep on advise my brothers, and not only because they be on your NDC, even in NPP, in primary say I kosui. Train date baby. Me woman's me preference. Me will be a member of Shesenke Nipano, a be based on some principles. But that doesn't mean I should take advantage and insult other aspirants. Say certain things against them. No. I won't do that. Even when the atem krampo, the asylum also your devil. No more moody atem kahun. Very dangerous. It's me the mesre, mama munye fair contest. And I'm saying the same thing to my party NPP. There should be fair contest. Ubia ko na say election or kono no who will lose genuinely. Don't mean ni say nipa no benwinwi. And also bedi ya obi wonimu. The thought they ko fire odi kese ne so ba pa ba ne say I don't seem to understand it. Political party primaries are you primaries now. We all have to come together and go and fight for the main elections. Not because say bia don't what support on anake na yi sefa support to Amaliba nti yen mienu na me ni Amaliba na ye call contest no ye nya atamfo na wo don ne eye friends sefa mo support yen no mo abeda ne atamfo kese and based on that nti se no na ke na wini ya ubonse mama bi Amaliba kra appointment wo me maban mu but sefa okọ support to Amaliba no don so na ekuta grounds no no so betimi ayama onu sefa so enya bibi but our enemy we see him as an enemy bibi wo qualify or you competent to do we will not give it to him because one support it yen candidate time aye co primaries no very dangerous and then oba yen political party NPP man we have a certain people who also aka bench echi sa ya wotamakuro mu nyina aka ho and we remember those days. Naho was one of the strong guy in the NPP. But then because of being Nisembi Okika Yenti and the kind of leadership and the people he spoke against, they are in power now. Do you think they will entertain you? No. Mesre, say my yanune bim. Me enema bi wo hono ma me huhu abrabo ma don. And I'm some style of communication.
I can see that.
Yes.
And it's very, very good for you.
We need to think about this nation. You're in selfish interest in here too much.
You walk a Gloria Kufu, so fire Kufu.
No, yourself, me, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, all my yomuti supporting way me the way to do one selfish interest. Or bar means when your baby, and you're so betting me your money.
David.
Maybe benefit in your junior fool and sonny, I don't mind.
Yeah.
And because of that, even when another government is bringing a good policy about poor minor, your opposition and we are kicking against it. Even whereby a what national journey so I did wait here. A bit me a boy. Don't let me use this as an example. Abraham and Peniko for introducing health insurance. I got a new year, Junior question inside, dear way, about buying. Oh, ya know this car. Nanya dia affair, catch us a coo. Ubetimia hospital, work on Yarisha. The papa, but people spoke against it. Don't epic points. They sat down and wrote points. Sure points are who do against the policy. Let me tell you one thing I AC nay. I am NDC for. Try everything possible to punch holes in it.
Go
for oil policy.
98.9.
Done.
Okay.
Me stand me wo mu no me kanchire wo ne. Na me kanchire tifo. Even if say emma fu obo emma form mpo a, let's assume say emma fu price no emma form. Woni mo one benefit ayenya. Ye the city and e to gold no. Me no nyina dey dance say we need every month sika yesisa the crude oil no bon about most like $400 and something million.
Yeah.
So yeah, the city need to gold no betim dey exchange dollar na say no create take down just about 40% out of it. When you say the demand on dollar no ebe me na about dollar na is stable. That aspect alone. Yen say your box site other countries in here you want oil your friend say almost what oil yen for box site in Congo. Don't this is where I may shut that policy from. This is the angle I'm coming from. Even if it will not reduce the prices of fuel. Na se betimi ama demand na what dollar ne so and then unim very well say yen price na your price o krom hanu nyina no don even the what kwachi akrante onwura ma water wo nyina mu junction no the dollar rate na calculate. Do you know why? So aton akrante ni wi akrante no ntimi fa no nko ango fufu ni ono so be kwa koto tin tomatoes tin tomatoes no ebi e kokra o Malaysia na e aba dollar money bo na move from 4 cedi na kodru 8 cedi. So when it happens like that, so I not to cotton a cranty 15 cedis or 13 tomatoes ni bakopa ni sikasa. So automatically, dollar now affecting a cranty or kwachi womuremu because on also be kwa koto commodity fufro bia onya womuremu ho. ɛno ne yɛnuanom bi sɛ ɔmo nte aseɛ sɛ ade nti da ɛyɛ sɔle a dollar na gɔbɛ kora nso dollar affect no gɔbɛ wura no beans no ɔtɔ wie a ɛyɛ no ɔbɛkɔ akɔtɔ biribi foforɔ a deɛ ɔkɔtɔ no sika na mfa so ɔnya ɔgɔbɛ no so na ɔde kɔtɔ because ɔtete ne chip ne nti ɔno nso kɔ a wantumi antɔ ne ba ne mpaboa ama no ne ba nan sisi fam nti ɔkyena woba bɛtɔ gɔbɛ no a ɔno nso calculate profit margin obɛtumi anya na wɔde mi survive wɔ the other side no. So we should all come together and think about this nation. Yɛnhwɛ policy na yɛde aba no ɛbɛboa anaasɛ ɛmmoa. Benefit yɛde bɛma yɛ ne yɛ sɛn. The losses yɛde bɛma yɛ sɛn. If the benefits are higher than the losses, then I can say in authority say, let's support that agenda. It's a very good policy.
Who Dr. Kwabena Dufour saying?
He's a fine gentleman. Wabesom Omeyi at the finance ministry. Obebie, I think bank, Unibank. Run a bank, no. Oh, me na misika da Unibank. And when you talk about this, banking sector reforms are not be brilliant. Unibank, I am a banker from the one of Unibank, and I want to save. The American will be a would me be a would name me pano will say it. Kaneshi, maybe I'm a store one. If you store call Unibank and now one until 1 minute, 2 minutes, never do Unibank. Into one and I'm a save. One and I become business accounting, you know. At a point in the bank now, Kako Iska, that's Kanya available. And then the sister savings and no a friend UniCredit. Now me account to also.
Wow.
Enti me insider me so me kan Unibank ni UniCredit asema me ye customer wo ho be face challenge ni bi obi bedwen say bia because say na ye Kwabena for bank nti na bi NPP yes ye reforms ni they can, but that isn't the case. At a point they were struggling between 2015 2016 no and no ma so be I think 2014 former president Mahama Emma Sikasa yemfan so banks in asene we etoda na yenuanu bi aseda deliberately omo pese omugu NPP abayanim ase say yes our reforms no don na mampani da John Mahama ateki the first initial step no yes ye be so banks in asene no ma survive in the system don e be this can ko be different companies e be this can to talk to talk adan to talk luxurious vehicles and all of them. Don't know expect to see some taxpayers' money, no, and some for pinko for we say so. Many of them NDC phone him no way, but they will not say it. So the initial step now, or say, or man penny bia etekino, we took it. You take it, you know. Result are not yen sanka. And there's no way say better for taxpayers' money. Near Sandia question say Monsanye. Na monsan fanto kasa kese na mu biem because sabenya mo nkwa na mutua tax wo mai mu ti dem aban ni take decision say okay yenye reforms no omo capital ne wo fam na omo ntimi meet friend say if you omo customer based demand no let's do something about it don you check wo book mu no sika waji afre Ghana fo ho eye bia $20 million. Don't asset we japade a wo ni usika de run bank ni nyina ene enu $2 million. Enti se wo be aba so ba baji ni sika mpa untimi ntua even 20% of it. Don't you call this a bank? My brothers NDC, they know this very well. So at a point many of the banks were struggling. And let me say this, banks savings and loans don't, they are even happy. Say you close here because I can't down money no one to mean to ya. No one to mean to ya. Say I did panic withdrawal see honoma. Kebia honest and no more prison.
We're happy 98.9.
Mr. Dufour be na juma.
Good.
Was some Ghana mine. And ne I see a man opportunity. No me the NDC anim. It's up to the NDC to decide.
Good.
Some of you said that you boy and this woman in the neighbor fine. We are not afraid of John Dramani Mahama, former president. No. But I think, say, based on Onuana Sema Okaye, say even 8 years, is not enough to build any nation. Don't so kind of statement, no.
Minkai.
Oh, okay. Obetimi akasa onkai.
There be no crow hand worker.
No problem. So you nipa already betimi afi. And most are na do mama de mampani da kan say more short memories.
Yeah, you Martin.
Already betimi afi be just here. But I say even 8 years, and he quoted former President Kufuor. Abra former President Kufuor kasa no kra na duan kai bi amemo no yenya ne one term 7 years. To win election na wunim say you sam ma pre-election bia mu ebeboa amotimi set up good policies. Got that next election kono wo policy bia wo dey babontin bia no consider. Say Ghana for besa to abama me bia mama to ade me ye ne so. Wo hwe na nya de ebemo win election done as a politician you put that one aside. No ahwe de Ghana for na ni beje ho a ebemo masa to abama obiem. And former President Mahama confirmed it. Sir, even Obia anyone will bet him the 8 years. Or second term, no, assess the fortunes of this nation. Don't 4 years a day and then you'll bet me the eye.
Matthew, you're no more than Simon Patrick.
A dear panel, man, Penida John, bet me the 4 years, I will be pay at the eye. So, me, dear, me, when they say, a Ghana for is up to Ghanaians. Some be take a decision, or NDC for the time being, some be who do move in the naba. Some of you said, John Mahama never bore. Fair enough. Yeah, the go. Yenim say, and near my papa, yesterday to akwamu shisheno, Ghana for ebehunu yejumapa. Na candidate a ebejino, so me depart in him, and fire kokon 2024 no. Don't Ghana for beshe, no more day. Amamuno asa twice. Me tese obuzamini and say, openi be say, NDC we need 2024 election, NPP better opposition at check.
Professor Labi.
Boss is saying a bit me at no position be over 30 something years because a BSc done and fine kusin. And then the NDC for say Buzi abana MPP aban into BSc da oh. Momo de say a copy NDC munsa mudi amose no de NDC. Don't when we start talking about the PNDC, the NDC for say no NDC. But UPDA I know they can't hold MPP ho. Yajitum, yadi yajitum. Second year, but at the affair, when I monitor time, you spoke for almost 20 minutes. Now, it's
here 20, and you also do.
Make sure time when you are about to what 23.
Nana came.
They are cross of them.
Nana came.
Facebook, they reading your time. We make us 30 minutes. Yeah, now cross of them. 30 minutes. Some na now that you don't. And you why some na wo abosa you baby wo so na say wakasa che. Won ka hwe. And the kwano tum na menya bi de. Men ka hwe na wo problem what they make am. What we ntisi form. Don't.
All right, so
and then Amaliba ni anje. And NPP control position over 30 years. Na mampani Kufuor so ya dey wa prepare the go position forever. As according to Amaliba nsema wo ka no. But the person what you say, I am happy say Ghana for NDC for. Now even 50% impo NDC for. And na they working abem. Ghana for ne omoma omo fase for adon wo ka ho bi. I know. I've known you for years. School fees are near the tete wo. Wo fase for nam for and am for the kura na ne kun don no. Abusuafo otwon na nam for otwon. Wadam fonso obeba se ne ba school fees no don wa many bia na wa wani ewu akoma mu. But the nay free senior high school at Haruna.
Happy 98.
Sabe de ni empejam free so.
Me da say
abiding the policies a good form. One district, one factory, and also air through the peak. I don't remember any school so benya adwuma. And let me say this, and sana me de manuasi. Or maybe Ankoso, or maybe a year, or maybe a dache. Age industrialization so. See a baby numa, and they are Greek, new form numa. Don't menu to we. Mekai Gaddafi assembly or bagan or beside. All bano share in good kwan, also far from the buy.
You could do a chief return also nearby.
Medase. Kumaseta no so. Now free tamale over the northern part of Ghana. On nam from befa mali muho, but can never faso no de be pie.
Wo tie epa ho adabeng.
No bisa say
98.9.
Green wo kwa ho bebre, be de ba dua ba be no madua ne bebre sa no. Ende se nya dua boy yengura. say ɛne Ghana for mu yɛ lazy saa asɛm no ɛyɛ me ya that statement na Gaddafi make yɛ no but mama na anya me ya mama mfa ne ho tan deɛ me ka kyerɛ me ho ne sɛ we shouldn't see the only negative side of that statement but what can we do to challenge ourselves say ɛndeɛ yɛkɔ yɛ nim no sɛ Gaddafi bɛte ase no ɔbɛba Ghana bi mu ɔbɛba no ɔbɛhu bɔɔdeɛ nko a wɔyɛ kwan ho a bɔɔdeɛ no yɛ exporte don ɛbɛyɛ yie a saa raw material na yɛbɛdua no ɛbɛyɛ yie a agye sɛ yɛde mfidi nnwuma ka ho yɛdua wie a bayerɛ no yɛmpɛ ayi machines yɛde tena se ne yɛtwitwa yɛkate na woda masɛm no ansi a wontem asɛm no ase sɛ wode wobɛtumi ate afiri me next time ade mema menim sɛ yɛampɛ mfidi nnwuma a ɛbɛsensen bayerɛ no atwitwa na package ne yɛde akɔgu mɔɔ ne yɛtɔn a yɛnnuanom siremfo adua bayerɛ bebrebe no dodoɔ no abɛporɔ don yɛkɔ akoma dan a yɛampɛ mfidi nnwuma ne nyame adom ɔno ɔbɔ ala nkɔdwo kyerɛ matea dawroma yɛsɛte tomato tin tomatoes factory wɔ hɔ a ɛno nso absorb tomatoes a yɛdua no na yɛne tin tomatoes yɛpackage na yɛ nice man toast a no mu dua a ɛsɛe no ɛnɛ ɛnsi bio that is the way to go so obiara ka kyerɛ no that's not the case so obiara ka kyerɛ sɛ biribi foforɔ bi wɔ hɔ I bet me assess the fortunes of this nation. People call your trophy.
I mean, for happy birthday greetings.
Industrialization is the way to go.
Okay, I'll say happy birthday going out to Emmanuel Kote Nikwe or Nekwe of Kaneshi, Esuwe Free, Scooby Honaeba, and another one. So I'll say happy birthday to Aretha Kukua Belson, and also free Uncle Scooby Honaeba, and you know, Scooby. And I wish these two persons a happy birthday. Sanet here, so we can do. The vetting of the ministerial nominees and the NDC's position. You know. And I read something say the NDC says their position will still not change. Even though they vetted the nominees, you know, they will still reject them. And you know, and no then a bit on a year, maybe I topic, you know. And NPP for press and on the economy. Now, modality of communication, what I say comes you. I'm looking at all the portals and I don't see one story cry from the press conference and then and Richard and here no. Bema, when him na yeah game ni ayache. I mean so yeah Jumane so yeah. It flies like wind, but unfortunately no portal has carried your presser. But anyway, Enra, we picked it live and you know we can talk about that. Maminko Haruna for the next 15-20 minutes, two issues from Parliament and the NPP press on the economy. 20 minutes.
Fine. I'm checking the time.
When you ability say, to anywhere now.
4:13.
That's 4:13.
4:33.
Oh no, made the studio time no na.
What here a Pahua Ben? What happy? 98.9.
I'm
20 20 now.
Good.
They done.
Haruna Kinsley.
Kasa tenti away and top onko.
And yeah, that's what
Then no, that's what.
And I'm going to your money kasa yinti.
What you come so say top onko na dey top.
Nana came so Amaliba. That's why you 30 seconds.
No ni man no.
Me wa kasa ina no na wi ene say. Ne kura ne say. E toda they done. Aya abofu no so beti say NPP ni eka industrialization asem. Mo afe ne mo hunu se mfidi dwuma eboa wo man. Something Kwame Nkrumah started in the 1960s. Osia Kosombo Dam, build a vacuum, Tema Oil Refinery. The industrial estate of Tema, Accra, North Industrial Area. Factories will be across the country. Your forebears conspired with the CIA of US, MI5 of Britain, and the Western intelligence agencies. You kicked him out of office. Any end there. 60 years later, one more years said Jumano, one more safe for Abesin Kumachi, a border rule same for the Juma, and a Mama Ghana Tumpo. Wow, what an irony of history. Brother President Mahama, Ecos be a Commander Sugar Factory, one of the factories built by Nkrumah. Kumasi Shoe Factory, he brought it back to life. NPP for Kache Mahama say he is adopting old economic models, revamping old industries. It's not the way to go. Private sector. More than Mukai.
One kind
before.
Unkano correct.
Women cannot correct.
One kind. Body ding. And then correct. Don't.
Can I continue?
No, can you continue?
Can I
Don't
continue?
sit here and lie. Who said
Lie
that?
to who?
Who said that?
Lie to who? Lie to who?
And as MPP for now, what can MPP
You criticize.
Who said that?
You criticize
Mention the name of the person who
factory.
said that.
Even in parliament, your MPs objected to it.
It's not true.
President Mahama equity a trouble gas. He met a similar resistance, including a port called Mubie in that area. I feel back in just no court. True or false? Today you have them in studios. The very things are they are now seeing that this is the way to go. Unprincipled people, they don't have a stand. They look at the issues in the convenient perspective. Ebua omo they will go. Emwa omo dia. Baby omo say a year pa, na mom a year obi na ye no, they will kick against it. These are not people worth building nations. You don't. What's the politics of insult? Mintra mi indi obi atem. Nipa obo mudi no. They have a right to campaign for any candidate. NDC is a democratic party. Right? And forming or supporting a political party or organization is allowed under Article 21 and under Article 50, I think 4 or 5 of the Constitution. It's my right. Minkasentia do for that. Minkasentia kojo bonsuda. Minkasentia any of the aspirant. I have my right to campaign for John Dramani Mahama, which I am doing. It doesn't matter how long President Mahama will come and spend. Even one day cry, I don't care. MPP 4 takas asem no, nana ke mi nua penny or he, waka asem krona. Some Mahama about 4 years, obeying. Yati. Neutral person kasa asem na, meni ni adwen. Because or when MPP 4 year baby omodi Ghana sika sama kwa kodru aye debt to GDP across 100% margin. And wachi inflation now over 50%. You across the hyperinflation. Ghana for the first time you be a debt default country on my phone aye ntimi ntwa yaka. Sa nipa ni busa se Mahama ba obede bu mina aye genuine concern nipa ni raise because your revenue basket in a abandon the kosia or ajebosia adnanum. We more deep the present money and the future monies. So where will President Mahama get money to build the country? Nipan raise a concern na mene yadwen. Na MPP ni kasa the same million na K or T any are not done pray any honorable chairman sa bonsunum at the parliament and raise issues na. They don't. You need to know because woman in Bonia or Moye. Woman in Yomatan Tayo Modo Manistica Samafa. They know it. And they're asking President Mahama, how are you coming to clear all the mess we have created? They're surprised. But I want to tell them that Martin Luther can say me also what self-centered men have destroyed, men other-centered can build. They shouldn't forget that. But God brought everything that we are seeing today out of nothing. And the Bible says that Yankopo bo nipa se ni su ene so. Therefore, we are nipa na kuma tene e Yankopo ni mo a. Obema ni yansa mana bringing nothing, something out of nothing. And therefore, President Mahama have a righteous heart before God, and God will use him to bring Ghana out of the hardship we are facing today. Don't be surprised. President Mahama within the 4 years, will do wonders because waye bida. I come for the man 100 years and see if he can match Mahama record. What the 8 years? But dear President Mahama, or you move 1/10 to crown 1 year. Can he do that?
Parliament.
They don't. These are the issues. But you see, Omampine Kufuado Abayano, ye ina yenim. Professor Steve Hanke, or Kansembi, was a Ghana problem. Opa abra government now say IMF. So I feel the umbe call IMF. I thought Steve Hanke be kind of say. Obetimi de IMF and the World Bank vote. the Treasury of United States. Sika woman na obetumi abom. E dey ma ban we. Ombe di sika no within the days. No more satiesi abonten SSC sika bio. Ghana problem and your lack of money, a lack of common sense. A country like Ghana, look at the number of ministers of Mote Flat Staff House. Omote Abanimu. Look at presidential staffers. A bimudia nebe bakwambutia, a bon abofono presidential advisor in media and strategic communications, presidential advisor in toilet throw provisions, presidential advisor in
don't create your own portfolios.
Portfolios better about creating. Tissues are your supply in Ado. You what presidential advisor will do for. Yeah. No man penny. Atam na konwa de CV team.
Advisor on the day.
Total supplies. Oh, no man penny atam konwa de CV team. No man penny atam vi akonwa CV team, driver team near be a condition. No boom. No the chi Ghana.
You are still saying it.
No really. Asam bekachi say battery ne car tires on kwa wadi 50 million Ghana cedis within 9 months. Akonya car is so kunya no so and also batteries ne tires e can be. Are we serious country? Huh? Are we a serious country? You don't. I bring to me feeling dinka crab. Man checking the dino, but I think he's one of the celebrities. I don't know whether who that publication now. He recounted. In fact, it was one-on-one interview with one of the media houses, maybe, and the guys recounted how Nana about for more onya is it onya pelvic shift or something? No koyen operation. No what did my many kokolebu wanyampa. No rational about 37. Ebra mu yampa ede ma me to so no na che say awiya no okọ. Look at the circumstances under which awache wuye aba me dokono okaya na suo no wusu. Look at hospital ye nimpa anipa beda so but o man peneku fuado car na konwa anya V8 odem echinga na nyina.
Stop this mischief.
Are we serious as a country? Entro ben. Hey, entro bia.
Okay, Don. What is a very good and reasonable question.
Venues.
Don. Man penny Land Cruiser na ya wotimu.
Our explanation
na butu ni munu Amaliba sabia na ni niema butu.
Nanake.
How is it carried? That's what I'm saying.
How is it carried?
He done.
And that is saying Land Cruisers ni.
And some of the 2 Land Cruiser ni butu.
Ni party butu no.
All right, yeah.
What you that's better catch you say. Obi better catch you say. You Land Cruisers
bodyguard ne wom.
You
bodyguard ne wom.
Bodyguard ne count. Even your communication officer Sami Janvi
bodyguard
to apologize for saying that. And you are still saying it.
Bodyguard ne count. And your bodyguard no guard no kunya no. You have admitted it.
The security.
Let me continue.
That's okay. Cars bebrebe empty cars in yedinam yedi.
So the no stop this thing.
My president no fa kunya ntu kwai. Kunya ntu kwai. President mama fa kunya ntika mo fa ntu kwai Ghana. You don't see. There cannot be a serious political communicator, be it NDC or NPP, who will come and sit on radio at this material time, looking at the hardship of Yomi and justify, say, you're increasing number of ministers, government appointees. For what? How many years left for you to leave office?
98.9.
For Ghanaians to vote you out. This is what it comes to. What you know, they are granting Tintimantus air analysis. That's how Ghana 1 cedi now I could $1 now I could do 15 cedis no. Maybe time the call on. President Mahama time now you're 3.75. Mo ye demonstration ATI. More time and I'm saying, mo ye ashamed of yourselves. Naji Muhammadu Bawumia the economic wizard. The only economist who journey from one theories of propounding here. Is it about intellectual? No, intellectual Muhammadu Bawumia economist here. No, I'm surprised.
You can't about vetting.
Well, running from one on theory. Vetting is part of the government. Let's deal with the issue or a part of the government. Do you think it's easy?
Sabawumia was not vetted.
See, in the vet, we are talking about the nature of the government. Any government up Vietnam when one call for near Vietnam. No, yes, I'm in Chelsea. They don't. The NDC for near Vietnam.
Why you and yes, Bami Asuna? No, but we are converting.
NDC for near Vietnam.
Katie Hammond vetting. Who is it?
Ah, yeah, before vetting. So remember Katie Hammond. So
your time on
everything. So looking, sitting back and looking at appointees or Doma Banampuno. They don't. It tells you clear the NPP have no shame. One man say Katie Hammond, I will pick them one after the other. Me, I didn't have time to work them, so except time I show social media. Brian Champo. Yet he won was City FM. When I think Bernard Avle or Umaru Sanda, any of them, interviewed him about the men who were in mask. The response is say, but you saw them, they were not hiding. Yes, they came from my outfit. Minority leader, Dr. KCL, Ato Force and Honorable, Ebusau, your knowledge of involvement of this terrorist at Ayawa Suwas were gone. Baolensi Primary School. He denied it flat, meanwhile he was under oath. He was under oath. He should have been cited for perjury right away. These are unprincipled men who doesn't come anywhere close to public service. Look, NPP, they have brought governance to the grounds in this country. Amayeni Muyam, ne leadership, authority of my kutano, Omudi are two from Tiaso. Let me tell you, politicians are Juma and Yeni Muyam Biom Ghana. Because you're a politician, people look at you with contemptible eyes because of the behavior of this NPP government led by Mampini Kufuado. And Katie Hammond. And when I jokes. They will see, these are the same person who can say, Yam Mabuni Titi Sekube, and Shum Kwan the woman's name. Hey, can you say this in America? Can you say it in UK? Can you say this in any serious country? To insult the next generation and prepare to be their leader? I was expecting NPP youth organizer to lead a demonstration to Parliament. In a clear objection, say, this man should not be allowed to lead or to even serve in government. He does not deserve to come anywhere close to government. And I want to add the youth of Adansia Sokwa, where I went to school, say, Katie Hammond, Onino Yiritia, Momoro Numba. Because, but you are saying, but you are saying, to say that Yamabunu, I don't think that is befitting him as a member of parliament, someone who should lead the people. Send insult to the youth.
Unza utise kube.
Me da say,
enu kube bi am to e.
Beji kore.
E dey achi akona.
But they don't. Ma me waka ohun be chiwe wie pa. They don't. You see, what about sticker? Sticker say, or say you crap bread free Ukraine.
Man sticker.
Asemo.
Doctor Seven.
They don't yet in some. Krobidi. Or say yet in some. Say you say
ah, and that one.
Yet in some. Or say hey so now Betty. Ghana. Oh, I say amambu no. I think Colombia a bon crew in Fichile. Formalists. Omuni policies be a guide to omu. It's government as you go. Look, I think under Article 37 of the Constitution makes a clear demand for the president to present the vision within 12 months to Parliament. The vision of one of the policies, how a person deal minus no of to Parliament. President Mahama submitting it there. I could follow the ABC in who man penny or Tiakunyaso. The free SHS are working. Do they have a policy document operating free SHS? We don't have it. And your government rule, you see, 98.9. And I even feel it very, very irritating and insulting for that matter. NPP for Becca free SHS as him. Hey, apart from perspective Somodia Banu, one who scandal a surrounded the whole placement. Huh? I bet you another gold mine, corruption power. So run this, you know. I think the future government must form a commission of inquiry to investigate new Microsoft. Charges or more charging for. They charge as much as 8,000 Ghana cedis, 8 million for just placement. Near real prospectors. Me anti the Honorable MP for Tempane constituency. Last 2 years, na nembaya admission to one of the secondary schools in the country. I cry here. Me mo school ni. You don't. Nkolani 3. They are triplets. You know, we are the same school now. Now you call Makola say you koton kolani nioma. They don't. 40,000 Ghana cedis.
400 million.
Yes, 40,000. Yeah, to tow nioma also.
Because
you have to leave it.
Prospectors be damenim hana.
And trio.
Bath and laundry items, no.
They don't.
Yes, I'm saying 1 electric pressing iron. So if there are 100 students in the dormitory, Obia the 1 pressing iron.
Oh yes.
I mean, why should it be so? There be no and Twasum.
You don't.
Don't pressing iron. The iron.
There be. I mean, school no. You were ironing decks or yeah, into dormitory no Prempeh College those days. Yeah, mo be on fire on the massa. School now imagine the number of irons at school.
School ni to iron the man.
Imagine the number of irons.
Prempeh school ni to iron the man.
Don't.
No, but you call here ironing room hona. Iron
in the school dey na me iron shebe chop.
What Jimmy 2 minutes fashion mama na me komani.
Now, you remember what Richard here about also NPP a better managers of the economy. They are okay can
what Jimmy 2 minutes account I feel now we catch him say mama hwe time no.
Near the
what you be 2 minutes. What you be 2 minutes.
In the midst of all these things. Richard here gba. Oh no. They don't I say sakani ha. Can we want some pack catch na wie. But o chan ready adom na e be share.
Na say MPP asema o catch na na kia wa catch MPP. Ọsị saka na
ọsị saka na opede nkrama no ono na opede di na tem
ni atem pede di na tem mi di atem ni atem koto wonka ni nchia na ya you don't oni say na Friday and omo appointment ni by we were here and we saw the reaction of NPP member on this platform. It set the tone looking at the faces of NPP communicators when Richard Anyegba was appointed. Anyemi wawa some call strike under him. Anyemi wawa. Boabia Samoa Krani and some number as a communication director in Pony time. Communicators and call strike. And you queer cancer and on the drum. Other than that, a director of communication of MPP party Mudia dear Mutia Kunyaso. No director Kasa.
So the PowerPoint presentation.
No portal.
Just a touch screen analysis.
No portal publicity. Let me tell you.
Hey,
let me tell you. Some Jemfi Kojina Bontino born in same say cry. Ombeya message at Trafa.
Case ne hu pow.
Ombeya some Trafa. And it tells you. The party will be co-positioner. The signs are very clear.
Case ne hu.
Abayene Kaza, Tibor, and Kobebia. Director of communication. Also be Kaza. Look, Kojo Ponkruma. Waya Dajet. Ako organize dinner. Government PROs dinner and award night. Okay? Is it Tang Debe Hotel, airport residential area? Near Tintosa from Ampini. No Tona Sabi. Or Shen Kitty said you try on or born in
Mamma was
the people are talking about.
Me pacho. Yeah, I want somebody to be higher.
You don't know what? One who video on Pinocchio for who about team A. One
I'm pacho.
No man. One
there be
no video that can send it to you. But you can also call from the first half.
But okay, what's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong, eh? Sabe your mind do you that you can to team A. Hey, you don't. Baby engineer. No what to power.
And none in the focus.
That's the focus. Or drink Ghana home.
I don't think so.
Fine. We don't think so. Drink Ghana home.
I mean, Kona na Keho na mintie no on the vetting and the presser on the economy. Yeah, some my press conference we no. Nana came I mintie when na the be wo. Assembly ni and that no.
The king of top radio is done. Cabra Proud right here on 98.9 Happy FM.
Let's go. Right here.
This is your best talk show right here in the afternoon.
So keep it locked.
Happy 98.9 FM.
Mami tia Nana K yanko.
I don't me that say.
Good.
What? Happy 98.9.
Did can report it on the press briefing I hear and run?
Who be?
Oh, medium and hobby.
He can be chairman.
Oh, it be quite maybe a dumb anymore.
Which of the websites?
Graphic online at the whole.
Graphic online.
Graphic portal.
Now, graphic online a day. And your portal,
Yes, state newspaper.
graphic online, and your portal. Nay, agromessa, a school park.
Yes, state newspaper.
I don't. My man started from the your friend is a veteran ecoso parliament. Now before that, no, when you yet na hake can sembia me gidi say me imagine say nka ho asem, but I think say we need to address certain things. Say be ono abeji atum ni menu mienu nyina eku school so beji atum say me so for be na kan was say bonsam oba physical bone physical. So nipa da sani sheda dane ne ho dane bonsam so obeba beji physical. To da so tro ba ko ma na ni da ho ma ne hunu so na bon. Ade ami ne ya say kire.
Obebu me ala so we dey.
Don ade ami ne.
Masa bufra posi from round.
Ase kire say.
Ade na mai.
Utim betena kasegu mampani ani ma setan tantan. Say mampani hwe ma to en wo yese. What is this? What is this? Ono ti wonum no. What kwa sori kura ne ma esa won hwe wo mo.
No, but it's bad.
No, who got the watching?
Sorry, them.
Who got the watching? No, who the watching? Amaliba to walk solid baby as I do. No, the point is going to make me say. Hey,
Yensa.
Instruments now matter at no the day.
Ai the day. Now we must make instruments they use.
Instruments for Mami Vencia.
It get the facts right.
And then the ones on your instruments.
The more instruments so only must make call.
Mimi must yoko.
Body.
Don.
Body.
The air can say. Me mean tie entertainment na all you know. Me Amaliba Matthias say e ba na tropa dia wa she dey so ya trodi. Now I'm not surprised. You go NDC o mu training propagandists. And then no more say word no mu use no. Enye papa no mass so bababo wo. Don. Or run the skin and no bro no nza no. And the same propaganda secretary eduma no mo ye. Ti atro dia Ukraine was menyamia. But I think say kasa bi o hono ma ye ka obontia don upon baby and we have to be very careful. To meet na radio so incite you to more as Santiago Gromesa. So much ya KT Hamona, Yamfa baby money. What is this?
Me can't be able to.
What can
you see more than two?
One can see for your body team. Recordings new.
If you more than two.
No.
Your body to
my request is was see your money to throw no can you play back.
Your body to two. And your man for me, your money to two.
Emma don't pratche what about
your money to two.
And Kakasa say what bonting.
Your money to two.
And that dear also did agro. And that dear also did agro. And ya casapa a casafin. And nay dear, office a KTM on the Everton. What you have the potential sounds to meet me about the minister or Maimu. Send this about 2049. Satam now we use school how couldn't to bet me be minister. Do you expect people to speak this way? I mean about you? Obia on the bad side. And even if you think say,
support what he said.
Even if you think say Papa's statement to make it, he was not referring to all Ghanaians. Get your facts right. He was talking to a group of people. To say, "Open all their propaganda." That's the Ghana youth to It's up to you. He was very specific on the statement he made. And then also be a make statement in tea. You to war maimu and tria bensin is what. When you may say, Media maiming cofre, and Merebia no meduni and wako cancer me. No, I'm not interested in that. But I want you yourself to sit down and know that what you said was totally wrong. Sabio Mampenida da John Mahama Kurano, Yankasi and Cochene Swaba. Or no, will preach violence. That NDC is born out of revolutions. And when it comes to unleashing violence, nobody can match the NDC. Unleashing violence. Don't what work school called Prempe for the Motebrofo. What is the meaning of unleashing violence? Unleashing, unleashing, use violence.
Ama to trust them
demonstrated to trust some
Praga.
Ya did 20 mad mochie.
Dika.
Said ye, you don't. So back kaya PNDC brand so the CNS don't catch any about in Jamuli party no. Ye ti asofo wo kromo de bi bo ka to twe wo mo fom violence ni bi no ye John Mahama kan wasem bi na metrɛ no ni ayi oba ni mpoku asisi so fefefe ni na gina konwa so ni asa asofo wo kromo ha lie so twe bi ti say Archbishop Duncan William gina hoyi Darkwood Mills of Penny Dr. Mensa Wotaba mo Dr. Jinasare mo ni asa mo lie ni abo ba naked ni gina konwa so now so jani dia ba gina hu ju osofo where ne he osiniti where ne he ne hwene where ne he o send dem ntimi nka ne e brim osofo violence ni bi no John Mahama preach this message or that son in them kremu and they want me enya kokodura metena meka se Ghana fo hu na yentwe ba mo no because it's the demonstration of what he is preaching usu obi akoka so obi ti se kubenti ono de yenkobu ni nku no yet womayimu ase dun katia wi ni election mi ame ofa wose se ni moja kura wo de betwa so awi ni election ama de NDC. You don't see anything wrong with this statement.
What is wrong with that?
You don't see anything wrong with this violent statement. We want to organize as young munkrofo young mo then you come ni pakra na John Mahama be president enyere and we dear demonstrate to Ghanaians say ye ba na wudie dia you are expert mo preaching ni pakum nko a na don mini ane kasa metesi wa kase ena mampani akufu ado bere so nipa wu ena yi yakoto aba nipa wu one bere so ya anya ho hwe enti mampani akufu ado na akum wo mo don na NDC ti akonyum John Mahama na president I think 2013 or so I say don't get here crew mu hine yakun no yensu yenkasa ene John Mahama na esu nketi yensu mama yekokun na don bawe heye nkra heye ye kwachi wachini twa ohini twa niti must we also say na mo na moti akonyam nti mo na mo so mama yekokun wo ma na what is this?
Get back to the vetting issues. Yeah.
What is this? Don
I
think it's about time also you dream on my way say na ye jai nsem bi atoda emfamfa so bia mre wo man yin koso. What will we achieve if we continue doing this kind of dirty blame game and when the year way abrawuni evidence we any fact to back it? I think you know it's about time you use this big platforms you know to the be cancer educated Ghanaians that's a Ghana phone crying say and that's all e mabunu ye betimi aka ho abuma ayama na ye. These are the West Ghanaian youth need and the violence. And I'm telling you before I end on the violence, you know, no. Don't entertain these things. Who omani das one. Opani bi catch them demonstration ye kwa kobi. Who see started to a Janiko fie koda. Yeku kwa. Or you don't know man a combat diwomo. And I'm telling you the same thing. Don't support these things. Moment the youth of this nation now opportunity to radio so ekasano don't. It's about time you be preaching the good news about boy me that.
I don't know mum person better abine so.
Don't. Man penny that John Mahama we in the Juma 2016 na wo Kofi 2017. But the ministers 88 and the Kofi. So if I hear NDC preaching about large government, na mentiasi, can man penny for the ministers do? Or ma throwing some of kind of 120, 150 ministers. Can and they, as we speak, ministers do a war. Then a trade minister was resigning, a Greek minister had all the one more crampo kahua, yenya 88 no. But these people will lie to Ghanaians. Metesuatia Walker NIE presidential staffers, you were director of T-Row. Under your government, you were director of clothing, director of food, Jubilee House. And let me say this. Mampenyeku for those presidential staffers, you're 44. Under John Mahama, you have 65 presidential staffers. But most sorry, no matter chantro kesi achire Ghana for na mampenyeku for the presidential staffers in Kwanam 1,500 and over.
Meanwhile, you know very well, some mobile bemu and muko Jubilee House. Now you was civil servants, or me juma what count gardeners are, or me under civil service in our country, or presidential staff. Mo kono. Don't you know very well, say. Don't what way. Meaning, who trusted people are. And then you more appointments be minister. I don't think so. Be normal former secretary now. Not one add you need your PA or trusted to say we can't wait and obey. We miss months when you obey. So that is it. And it is a Mampenia Kufuor as the president. And Crawford also omoye Shema abide the policies because so. Near you say any pa 44 pay. And you people are making noise. Abrana Mumukuta 65. Why they're practicing lane government? And to don't memma omuntum futuro enguweni. I tro any na dan NDC for me expert. Now let me go straight to the vetting. My friends, penny a friend Katie Hammond, I'm instant free. Metis NDC for ka ma na yam pre and ya court vetting idea ya vetting or modi and so you will not approve. Minim once and just statement in I don't why issue no. Say NDC does not have any power. Say one approve minister. What will be done? Okay. Sam George, yes. Parliament here, the Miranda Yajuma. And one thing we must also know, say, this is not additional appointment na Mampenia Kufuor Adwaye. I am penifobia of the Omajuma to her because some person moko pre so mbeye a franca to former NPP. Amanyukuno. And a Mampenia replacement. Inti my trade minister until see a betuaba. My Greek minister until see a betuaba. Is that what the NDC are saying? This very critical ministries. Just because of their bad interest and their evil mindset inti sabeya trading koso Greek ni be jiaguo no manya bibia gina so campaign ti we shouldn't appoint ministers for this office. It's a shame on the side of the NDC. It's a shame. And I'm happy with the response. Honorable Brian Champon, Edemaye, Atoforsen. Abra will be say, can I trust you? I say, hey, I told you only mean. Only mean because and your mammy ministry appointment in Nadi Atoforsen, who's only mean. Now come me pobi and go bet me di me credibility what dance here and get what to force it. And some baby they were done meet na fidikasi so enka. Meet kana fidikasi is because etie for near do 40 and nsem ni nyina na for their consumption. Now that statement now Honorable Brian Champo make it that if I want somebody to trust me and I say good things about me, you should be the right person to do that. They are more to that. These are credible people. Or ministries, various ministries near the Me, I have believed in Brian the Champon. Let me use Brian the Champon first. I have believed in him. I trust him. I trust his credibility. I know he will perform better. He himself is a farmer. Those on himself is me a yes. Brian the Champon won't fool our Tikuyayase. I think say Eastern Region Crown your friends say the constituency is one of your best farmer also. I bet if yes. Meme kwa grandpa dia me say ministry be to say Greek no. Can Sanya be appoint to say be a Greek minister fufu be kire. Yes. Fa wofuo be kire. Uni afuo wuntimi nya Greek minister because one ministry na wo kona se. Enye brofo. And then your theories, a Greek in your theory, and your practical. Into somebody like Brian the Champion man, Penyaku for the body didn't quite Greek, you know. Killer. And you're solid. Yeah, you. Don't be here time. What the man?
Oh, just a party of you now.
What? Now what am because I'm they are kind of a home.
Say, you just sign out.
Obenyamere. Toboase.
Nana K.
Emele bebre o. Say na wo na wa che wo mele na wa ba.
Also asesa no waba o.
Say ma say mo ni na men say ganim ti ya.
Now so we reaction so ho. No review.
Wo na me reaction.
The last comment.
Wo reaction me reaction. What can say 22 minutes when you react? Why did me react?
Last day.
My last comment.
Away.
Bisa no say o ka say high NDC office.
You don't buy. You don't buy
Please.
Please.
No.
Very well.
Please.
Oh dear, check before train. That will be sister chromo. Whoa. Omunya who say we need.
Baby feel o pa o.
Sorry, I'm not chebi. We free chebi.
No, Medima no see on the vetting.
Yeah,
I think
You don't.
they are much credible.
You are not inciting the public.
Who's inciting the public? And then who's inciting the public? No, hold on.
My friend Dr. Kufu that Paris is here.
Oh. No, all said the assistant.
I said to what?
Oh dear.
Oh, said doctor, so they move for the road.
Oh dear. Edru say me Brusia Obonte the onya IGP. Get here upon get here mo de ne bodwa.
Who dey jai?
On de yamuni nkuno.
Oh dear.
Ewi asesa na tie.
All right,
Nana
Nana
K. Wo atuaduam.
Good. We mami.
Don.
Nana K.
The empesa me kan say NDC for enwere Ghana ho. Na munyai their personal interest na omo funti sebe omani be bokura e momfa wo mo.
All right.
We need a Greek minister.
Okay.
We need trade and industry minister. We need those deputies na ya pomodin. I believe say Mirefi
Stephen Amoa
your friend
Obi Amoa Stephen Asamoah
Boateng ministry they call
chieftaincy. Yeah.
Chieftaincy and I say
Chieftaincy and religious affairs.
Okay,
Obi Amoa
local
government.
Yes. These are all ministries a here say be function. It cannot work without ministers. So when Madam Benek for the kwaso ano no. Any additional burden be ameto o mind so. And don't now we can be the man who see on me communication director.
Me pacho you.
Asema okan and the economy no any challenges are nya any effort are ye making. Don't so ya we see cut it down all appointees almost all you by 30%. Oh ya we.
There be.
And also nyawe.
Me nyawe.
And no deliberate and answer. Ya boni. And now.
Nyawe.
Who did me kaso nyawe? Oh ya we.
Matse bat me hui.
Na so what ya na atia na sem na mi bisa.
Na ne tie de na so betimi atene nso nya ho.
Enti de empesa otia se ne se enche NPP communication director e Richard Ahiagba. Obeba abonten. Na afi wasan de aba beto abonten magana fo atia se say. Salaries are yet 30% na yet ye no. From that period ebeduru ne no de yenya ni sika o minor save ewu muni emfaso de ade abreye ni me I even say enka ma yensa mfa nya ento the nation coffers ni mu na emom don yemfa nye enka iduma die bi na yemfa nsisi baabi se chief compound yemfa nsisi say ye school ni ade besi yemfa nsi na we nya enka ya de a Ghana fo nyine hunu say school dan e beje tum sampa MPP mampani akufo adobre so otete na point in salary so eno ne edisi school we
Me da say
e ma kukurantumi fo eno edisi ma me constituency Asante Achim South me capital ye dwaso ye me krom no yensinsi ho do yemfa posi hospital si wonsu krom
why tafo bro
no mu na ko na ko hospital na wonsu watimi aka say we ya dia mampani akufo
tafo government hospital esi ho
ye betimi kwa renovation ya bam ya si ye friends say theater akamo be ye ade a nkai dum esi obe wonse mampani akufo ado ne appointment.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen.
I have something.
What else?
Enti say you don't. Say yakwa kodru baby a ye be reactions dia. E de na meka mo ate ase pain say